is up, guys? Wall J here, and I'm here with my co-host, Chris. Chris, say hello to the peoples.
Hello, peoples.
People's Republic of the United States of America.
That's right.
Who was missing? Just a few of my cousins, but like pretty much my immediate family was all there at my aunt's house. My grandma came from Puerto Rico. I was a little sad the other day when I saw her because she didn't recognize me. You know, her mind is starting to go.
How old is she?
She's 82.
Yeah.
She's frail as fuck, too. Like, last time I saw her, she wasn't that frail, and that was like 2 years ago, man. And now she's like super frail. So that was a little sad, but it was good to see her, you know. My cousins were there. The kids were there. My mom was there. You know, so we had a good time. We had turkey. We had pork. We had ham.
We didn't have any ham.
Man, it was like a full spread, like the whole island. My aunt's got a pretty big island at her house, and the whole island was just packed with stuff.
I think that's now that you mentioned that, I'm gonna have to, if we do Thanksgiving here at the house again next year, I'm gonna have to add a ham. We didn't have ham.
Yeah, my aunt's husband, he always, you know, smokes a ham.
Yeah.
So we always have turkey and ham, but this year we also had like, you know, a pork shoulder. Damn right.
Yeah, because see,
we have mofongo.
See, I don't think
which Miggy, I'm sure, should be jealous.
See, I don't think her family is here in the States. I think it's just her. So I'm sure if we do Thanksgiving here again, you know, I'll invite Tucker and his family again. She makes from what I've heard, I haven't had them. She's going to make them for us, I believe, for the next UFC that we do. But she makes amazing empanadas.
Oh, yeah?
Like she does the whole homemade, sits there and just makes empanadas. So, but that's what I
mean, I can make homemade empanadas.
You can. But, you know.
I mean, it's really not that difficult. You buy you buy the frozen, you know.
Yeah, we've got the dough in the
the dough.
We've got the dough in the freezer.
And then you just fill it with whatever the hell you want.
But for some reason, you know, when a white person make empanadas, it's not always as good.
You just got to put seasoning to your feeling, bro. You know, your meats.
Yeah, I guess not. But she's going to make us empanadas.
All right.
So it'll be good. But yeah, I'll probably, by next year, I'll have a good smoker.
We shall see.
Yeah, next year I'll
be the judge of that.
Okay.
I'll be like, ugh.
Soleil actually makes really good empanadas from Black Hive.
I don't think I've met her. I've met the
Selena. Yeah, Selena. Soleil.
I always confuse them because they both start with an S.
Yeah. No, Soleil, she's made empanadas for us before, and
has she been here for any of the fights before?
She has, but I don't think you were here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met her. But anyway.
I'll show you a picture of her.
Word.
She's pretty.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But she does not like peanut butter. So I you know, that's a strike against her.
So
it was one of the things. It was one of the funny things she said. Like when they came over to the States, because I can't remember where she's from. I want to say she's from Lebanon. I could be completely wrong. But like when they came here from the States and they came to their grandmother's house, like, you know, her grandmother sat down and made, you know, her and her brother, I think, you know, a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and she had it, and she was like, it was just the most disgusting thing in the world. I do not like peanut butter. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how can you not like peanut butter?
Well, she's from Lebanon. She's not American.
I guess. I would not think that a combination of just peanut butter would be like, I don't like it. It's like, what? It's peanut butter.
Taste buds, bro.
I guess.
Just like you don't like dick, right?
No.
Well, how do you know? You've never tried it.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work off pure conjecture and go, no.
I don't like it. No, sir.
No.
Too funny. But anyway, moving away from the penis. Did you see that it's finally done?
Oh.
Your boy?
Ride Cowboy.
The Cowboy is going to go against
McGregor.
Against McMidget.
The Leprechaun.
Hey, let go me Lucky Charms.
I can't wait to see it.
I don't know. I can't pick a winner. One's been out
Cowboy.
One's been out of commission for God knows how long now.
Shit, by the time I think he'll fight in January, it's going to be close to 3 years.
No.
2 years.
No. It'll be like a year and a half because he was October of last year that Khabib put it to him.
Okay.
So
God, it feels like so much longer though.
I know because he was fighting like every 4 months.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But
and then I think the last 2 fights for Cowboy have been bad.
Uber bad.
Yeah.
Tony like destroyed his face, even though he didn't knock him out. Mm-hmm. But put a hurting on him, and then Justin Gaethje like knocked him into next week.
Yeah.
So that was bad. So it all depends on what Cowboy we get. If we get the Cowboy that's relaxed.
That is the hardest part about being a Cowboy fan. It really is. Like it is like a roll of the fucking dice. Mm-hmm. You just don't know what Cowboy you're going to get when he comes walking out.
Yeah. I mean, if you get the pissed off Cowboy that's ready to fight, yeah, that's the one that you want. But if you get the relaxed one that,
super friendly
like he was with Gaethje, then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do we really, can we expect much of a fight? Because Conor always comes, to fight, regardless.
Yeah.
He's never friendly to his opponents.
No,
he always talks shit.
And I think that'll probably, I hope that'll ramp Cowboy up enough that.
I hope so, but.
I do too. Let him say something about danger.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping that, that we get the fiery Cowboy that's coming to scrap.
I want to see Cowboy knock him out. And then Conor just right off in the sunset, go away.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Probably not, but
we can hope.
I still just want to see Cowboy win.
I just don't know why Conor's coming back because he's got plenty of money. He's doing well with his whiskey.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, call it a day.
But I think he just,
call it a day, bruv.
But his name and the lights just aren't as bright as he wants.
Well, if he keeps smacking people at pubs. His name will stay out there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll stay out there, but not, maybe the way. I mean, that old adage, bad press is good press. Any press is good press, but I don't know.
But aperto él.
Yeah. I don't know if supposedly I haven't had it yet, so I can't judge it. And I'm not, super whiskey dude.
I'm not a whiskey, guy, so I'm not drinking that shit, so.
Oh, here you go.
What?
All right, little shout out real quick. Jags Muay Thai. You got Muay Thai fights next Saturday, 6:30 at JMT. Best amateur Muay Thai action. They're not lying.
No, that's true.
That is true. Still looking for a 132, 140 with at least 2 fights to step up.
I am 0-0, and I'm like 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah, I don't think you can cut to that.
So I'm going to pass. But if anybody out there is listening, and you are
132 to 140.
132 to that's Squirrel's.
Yeah, but does he have? Well, I mean, that is Squirrel.
Squirrel has a couple of fights. I mean, they're MMA fights, but he's got fights.
Yeah.
The question is he in town next week?
Who knows?
So maybe, I don't know. And also last minute.
There ain't no telling what his weight is right now.
No. I mean, I'm talking like last minute, striking,
Yeah, you don't want to.
A last minute jiu-jitsu match.
That's different.
It's different than, a last minute Muay Thai fight.
Yeah.
Because, it's.
Oh, I forgot this plum fucking sucks.
Man. So anyway, guys, if you are interested in going to see the fights, go to their gym, Jacksonville Muay Thai off of Beach Boulevard. And they always put on great cards.
Yes, they do. And Muay Thai is one of my favorite disciplines to watch. I always love watching Muay Thai fights.
You get on that UFC Fight Pass?
Yes, actually I do.
Weren't you the one that was telling me that you were watching Lethway?
Yep, Lethway.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I watched Lethway.
It's like Muay Thai, but it's a little bit more hardcore.
It's like Muay Thai, but then you add less. They can message, before I continue, they can message Jacksonville Muay Thai on Facebook if anybody's interested. The Lethway is less glove, so it's more of a cord wrap.
Oh.
And you have headbutts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to take a headbutt, man.
Dude, it's really interesting when you watch it because there's combos involved with the headbutt. And I mean, it's
Like 1-2 headbutt.
yeah, kind of, or like a lead lunge with the headbutt to then elbows, and it's not just like you would think like a bar fight headbutt. You don't hit with like the very front of your head. They lunge more with the crown. It's brutal, but it's really good. I enjoy watching it. It's more of I guess you could call it realistically like it's a fucking fight. So I enjoy them. It's good, and it's a real old style of fighting. It's been around for a long time in that area.
I haven't been watching much UFC Fight Pass. Like I even missed EBI this past weekend.
I did too,
and it was combat jiu-jitsu.
I missed it completely.
I saw a highlight or a post saying that it was Dan Martinez who won it, and I believe he's out of Gracie, Tampa.
Nice.
So shout out to him for coming away with the victory and being the champ. Champs here. Yep. So man, I was kind of bummed out. I woke up the next day and I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I missed this shit.
Well, is it just me, or I mean, maybe it's just because I'm just not in the gym like we used to be that much. But
that too, I guess so.
Like, I just didn't see anything around. Like, yo, EBI.
Yeah.
I didn't see it on Facebook. I didn't really see it a lot on Instagram.
I didn't see much on either. I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know what date. I thought it was going to be after the first of the year. So,
and they make it. I mean, as much as I enjoy the EBIs, they make it hard to watch because it's always on that West Coast time. And fuck, dude, they start so late.
Yeah. Well, over there it's early.
Yeah, I mean, for them it's it's normal time. Yeah. But for us, it's like, I want to watch it. I mean, the last time I stayed and I watched a full EBI,
I was up till like 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Like I went to bed at 1:30.
Yeah.
To finish watching a full EBI. But the problem is, I don't mind it when they do it on a Saturday. It's the times when they do them on Sundays.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm sorry, bro, I can't do this. I'll watch the first couple matches.
The last one I watched was the one that Squirrel was out there. But
yeah, that's the one I watched.
The one from Long Beach.
Yeah, because that's the one where I was like, where are they? I do not like this venue.
They were there again, I think.
Okay, well then I didn't miss much because I would have just complained about the venue again.
I do like it at the Orpheum.
I do too. It's just the visual. It looks so much. To me, it just looks so much better there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because that's the first place I saw it, so that's kind of where my brain just goes, this is where EBI is.
So if they were to do one here, they would need to do it at the Florida Theater.
Something like that.
Because it's got almost the same layout as the Orpheum.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of dope.
It would be. Dude, traveling EBI and do it in theaters like that. Because there's theaters like that all over.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I think so.
But, And
there's enough 10Ps around the States nowadays. You could probably do something like that.
No, but I mean, you got to remember their production team, getting all that equipment out here to, transmit and be kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe now, but those first couple EBIs, that production team was nothing more than like what we've got sitting here in this room.
The first couple of ones were they were like a little sketchy, but nevertheless.
I mean, granted, they had some extra lights with some filters on them that they kind of moved around and some shit like that.
There's so many different ways to doing it now. Like I saw Combat Night was using their Sling Studio.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like 2 or 3 people with phones on a little rig, and they had a mixer for the audio for the commentators, which makes complete sense.
Yep.
And so that way they get the audio straight from a mic and not from the freaking camera mic.
Yeah, because God, that would be horrible.
The iPhone mic would not do it any justice.
No.
And I've seen some of the highlights of their pay-per-views, and they look and sound great. So I mean,
I'm good with that.
Yeah. And with that Sling Studio, you can connect up to, I believe it's like 4 phones, to the tower. So you can have like basically 4 cameras.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But I think they had like 2 or 3 people, and plus the commentators had like.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have one at the table with the commentators,
Right.
One at corner, 2 on a corner stage, and then maybe 1 roam.
And then I saw the guy with the iPad, controlling basically the director.
Yeah.
Control.
So essentially, you just need 2 commentators, a director, and a roamer. So 4 people.
No, the 2 people,
I mean, if you set the 2 phones up on the corners.
Because there was 2 people, one on each side.
Yeah, but you could set those up on pedestals.
No, you're not allowed to attach anything to the cage.
Oh, I got you.
Somebody's got.
So you got to hold.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Somebody's got to have like a little rig holding it. And,
so 6 people. All right.
It's kind of cool.
I mean, Kakudo does them too.
Kakudo uses that.
Yeah, Kakudo uses that, and they've done pretty good.
Yeah, but they have a mixer, a small mixer, and
I think theirs is like a 4-channel or a 2-channel.
I think so.
Small. But I mean, it's all. I mean, there again, like you said, you can do it 1,000 different ways.
Yeah, so many ways nowadays that you could do a live stream. Like I was looking at it's called Light Stream for when we decide that we have to do it remote or whatever. And I sent it to Brandon, and he already used it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he showed me how it looks and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty dope.
He liked it?
He said that it was a little difficult to get it going, but once he figured it out, that he was cool.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so I guess like anything else, once you get it set up, you can just auto let it run.
Once you go into YouTube and find all this shit out, it's cool.
Cool.
But that's where I've been getting my tutorials to build my rig from, is YouTube.
Nice.
All these guys, like, there's, I didn't know that, you could attach a battery that would last you fucking all day, and it could power your camera, it could power a monitor, in your external audio if you attach one to it. And you could shoot basically for, 12, 16 hours nonstop. And I'm like,
that's a big battery.
Wow. Yeah.
How much weight does that add to it?
Well, that's why you have to build the rig. Because it's got to hold your batteries and all the other components that, But like the main part I already have, which is the cage for the camera.
Gotcha.
And then you add stuff to that with some rails, and, you build your rig. But anyway, I digress.
So you build cameras, I build guns.
Yeah. Well, I haven't built one yet, but I know the parts that I need to buy to get it to where I want it. So.
Got to get your rails and this.
That and the other.
Red dot and a nice compensator. What? No?
No.
Okay.
You don't need that for a camera. Unless you're attaching a gun to it.
There you go. Point and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that movie, The Jackal, with...
oh, yes. Come on. Of course I do.
That fucking monitor with the pin.
Yeah. He blew off Jack Black's arm.
Oh, that's pretty fucking
blew
dope.
It. That was, I want to say that was Willis, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Man, now I want to go see it.
Okay. I'm sure it's on either Netflix. It's on one of the streaming services.
I'll find it.
It was kind of cool, too. The kids last night, after they got through eating and doing all like that, while we were on the back porch, they were all 4 of them were chilled out on the couch.
Plus?
Disney Plus, watching Snow White.
Ugh.
The old one.
Ugh.
I was like...
it's kids, I guess so. Well, who's that comment? I can't read it.
Omar Lee says, can he call about Muay Thai?
Yeah, absolutely. Give us a holla.
Hey, have you heard anything about Apple getting rid of iTunes?
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Tucker was telling me about it. Said they're getting ready to get rid of it. Like they're trying to move away from iTunes altogether and like get it gone and make it where they're pushing everybody to their Apple Music. They want you to use their subscription service. So iTunes will be going away. Interesting.
What about the podcast, though?
I don't know. That's
because the podcast is, Apple Podcast, so that's separate from iTunes.
Mm-hmm. But what's in it, because like what Nick was kind of pissed about it, because he's got 65 plus 100 songs, because he collected vinyl and CD and stuff like that. He's only got 600 songs that he's bought through Apple. The rest of the 6,500
is Napster.
No, is stuff he's ripped and put on there.
Anywho,
but he's not going to be able to, once they get rid of iTunes, he's going to have to move all that over to Apple Music. So he's going to have to re-rip everything back over to Apple Music so he can play it on his computer. He'll have to add Apple Music to his desktop. And so we were just discussing that, and he was all pissed off.
So it's a streaming service.
Yeah, like Apple Music. Basically, it's a subscription like, how Pandora, you got like Pandora Premium. Yeah. I guess Apple Music is like that, where you just pay and then you get
everything.
Yeah, access to their entire library. So I'm actually interested in it because
wouldn't that be better though?
I think so because, well, me and Tucker were talking about it. He says the algorithm for Apple Music is not as good as Pandora's algorithm, like for suggested music. Maybe it's just because, like me and him both, I've been on Pandora for 5 years. So it's recommended whenever I play on different channels and stuff like that. It's really good. It's curated to what I like. Like if I'm wanting to listen to this kind of music today, it does a really good job of feeding me that kind of music. He says Apple Music hasn't really got to that where it has learned and does a good job. But if he wants to go and listen to a specific album or a specific song, Apple Music's the way to go. I can just grab it and listen to it. Like if you want to,
What if you want to rip it though?
I don't know.
To put it on your iPod.
I've still got one of those. I've still got 3 of those actually. I've got an old iPod and I've got 2 iPods and I've actually got a mini.
I've learned to use copy-free music.
Yeah.
Because every time I use somebody's song on a video,
ding.
I get a ding and I get punished and then I can't access my Facebook for like a week.
I know. I actually got the email the other day. I guess the copyright strike on one of the videos we had from last year.
Yeah.
Came off. And I was like, which one is it? And it was the one we did with TJ.
And it wasn't, I didn't even do it.
Yeah. It was just a repost.
Yeah, it was a repost.
And it was like, the strike's been removed. And I was like, cool. Dude, there again. Oh my God.
Speaking of TJ, before you proceed.
Well, I was actually speaking about TJ.
Okay.
Poor dude. Literally. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Yo, what's your turkey injected with this year? Just, I
hate people, man.
Fuck, man.
Like he went on Ariel Helwani and give him an interview and all that stuff, and he said, you know what, I did it. I sold my soul to the devil.
Yes.
I knew that I was gonna pop, but I wanted to do it before I even popped and all that shit. He said, a bunch of shit, and man, he came clean. Like, leave the man alone.
Nope.
He's not trying to hide it at this point. He's owned up to it. It's like, if you don't own up to it, then you still get all the comments. Mm-hmm. And if you own up to it, then they still fucking fried you.
Yep.
It's like, bro, let it go.
Yeah.
It's like all these fucking assholes that say shit like TJ or whatever. It's like, they won't say it to his face.
No.
That's why, I know that we've been critical of John.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we're not trying to be demeaning.
No.
We're not saying, well, why don't you go and...
I'm not stalking every single Twitter post he makes and,
absolutely
and
not.
pinging it and bringing it up. But
Listen,
literally everything TJ posts.
I just wish that he would have come out and said, yeah, I did it. And that would have been it for me. But he's always denied it. And
well, but the thing is you have to realize though, Lance still gets it to this day. Armstrong.
Well, he had to come clean too.
Well, he did come clean, but you're talking over almost a decade now. Yeah. And to this day, he can post something on Twitter and still
there's our EPO, bro.
Yeah, there's going to be somebody in the comments shitting on him.
I know we throw jabs here and there, but it's between us. It's not like we're going out of our way.
No.
And just, harassing them on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. None of that. Like, what do we gain from going to their website or their social media and making some stupid comment that, that we can do between ourselves just joking around?
Yeah.
And not hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah. you don't get the satisfaction of look at me, look at what I said. Yeah. Everybody, look at what I said.
Whatever.
Those people, I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I mean, there is people that I will, throw under the bus. I don't care, but
yeah,
I'm not going out of my way to say shit to them on social media.
No.
Speaking of social media, I want to send a shout out to B-Mac with his commercials. Dude,
been pretty good.
He's been killing it. Like he had 2 commercials yesterday for Black Friday. Mm-hmm. And whoever's shooting his footage is doing such a fucking great job. And then, the editing, everything looks amazing.
Nice.
Like, I mean, I don't stalk people on Facebook or anything, but when he posts something, I'm looking at it.
Nice.
Either on Facebook or YouTube, whatever. Man, he's got some good shit out there right now. Let me see if I can find one of them, just so you could hear it. This one. This one's the best.
Curiosity, who does have the number one selling?
I'm going to go from the beginning.
No, it's fine. But just out of curiosity, who does have the number one selling DVD? Gordon Ryan. Who is Gordon Ryan?
Dad, Gordon Ryan is like the number one jiu-jitsu guy ever. Everyone is buying his instructionals. Have you not heard about this?
Man, shut up, son. Gordon Ryan's gonna run off with your school clothes money. I'm broke, son, I'm broke. Forget Gordon Ryan. Brandon McCatherine, B-Mac, Black Friday, 30% off.
Gordon Ryan is amazing.
You ought to see the video, man. It's great.
I'll have to go back and look at him.
He channeled his inner Chappelle. I'm broke, son. I'm broke.
He's always been fun, though.
Oh, man.
What's up, Ramon?
Oh, what was that?
Ramon just said, what's up?
What up? Easy money, son.
That's right.
Easy money.
Oh.
I guess he's got news coming up soon, so I've been, tuning into his Facebook.
Okay.
Because I'm looking for those fight news to see what's up, what he got coming on. Because that last fight, man, that was so fucking awesome. You should have been there, but you weren't.
No.
Why not, man? Next one.
Okay, maybe.
What is it, bro? Why don't you want to go?
It's not that I don't want to go. I just don't want to go.
Okay, so it's not that you don't want to go, it's that you don't want to go.
I can't remember what it was that night. I think that was one of the few nights that me and Amanda had with no kids.
You're a fucking chooch.
Okay, sure. Have you seen Segura's been doing his own little kind of
bro, I stalk Segura.
Okay,
him I will stalk.
Okay, have you seen Old People?
I saw it on my YouTube
dude,
on my lineup, but did you see the dance video?
Oh yeah, of course,
bro. How awesome was that?
Of course, I've watched the behind the scenes video too.
Oh, the behind the scenes was 18 minutes.
Yeah, I've watched that one too.
No. What is he saying now?
Oh, soon Easy Money tour. Gotta get that shirt.
Yeah, that's gotta be a shirt right
Hell
there,
yeah.
bro. Easy Money, and have his dates on the back.
Yeah, I just love the the Seagull look
with
dancing.
the carrot.
Yeah, it just stabbing. I love the comments too. Is everybody's like, "Oh man, Bert lost weight for his role." It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
But watch Old People. Old People is fucking hilarious. It's
how long is it?
About 8 minutes.
Oh, I can't play that here.
No, don't play it here.
Yeah.
No, because it's one of these. The visuals are good because you got to see the facial expressions. I mean, the audio will make you laugh, but the visual added with it is good. But yeah.
Yeah, I anytime he puts anything out there, I'm watching it.
And I like,
I'm listening to the last episode of their podcast right now.
Okay.
I was listening on the way here, so.
Then he did his little thing, I guess he did on Instagram or whatever, his toast that he did to his wife. I guess that was pretty funny too. So,
he's coming to Melbourne.
That's way down south.
No, it's like a little bit past
it's
Daytona.
It's further than you're going to drive.
Well, if we go together, you know.
Oh yeah, then yeah,
It might be different.
Yeah,
I don't know. He was here last year, and I completely goofed on it.
yeah. I know a couple people went and saw him. My buddy Jeremy, he went and saw him.
He was here, I believe it's November 2nd last year. But he's coming back to Miami and Melbourne.
Okay.
I do want to go see him, but I don't want to go on myself, so I don't know.
Right.
So, I don't know.
You'll ride though, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
To watch Tom? Fuck yeah. He's hilarious, man. I know Rogan is working on a new special. So, actually, Rogan, Bernd Chrysler, and Tommy Buns are working on fucking new specials.
See, they need to do like, and you know, I haven't seen anybody doing something like that. You remember like the Blue Collar comedy tour back in the day, and then you had like the Kings of Comedy back in the day. Those were like the last two. Like I haven't seen like collabs like that tours anymore. I know Rogan and Chappelle meet up every now and then, and they kind of do shows, one-offs here and there.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me that, you know, you couldn't do a Rogan, Ari, Bert, Tom, and a Coco fucking tour.
Man, and where you leave Theo Vaughn?
Well, Theo's okay.
What?
Theo's okay.
Theo is like one of the funniest motherfuckers ever.
He is.
Like, I wouldn't put Joey Diaz with Joe. Here's the tour. Joe, Tom Segura, and Bert. And then Coco, Theo Vaughn, and Ari Shaffir.
Okay, so you split it 3 and 3?
Yep. Because, man, that's a lot of comedy, bro.
That is.
They would have to compress their sets.
Well, I mean, you know, the Blue Collar and the Kings, they were 4 and 4. So that's why I did 4.
So 20 minutes each, maybe?
Actually, I did 5. So I mean, there you go. That would be your thing. Who would you rather see, Ari or Coco?
Probably Coco.
Yeah, probably Coco. Ari's okay. I mean, he's got good comedy, but if my choice, Coco.
Theo, I want to see Theo again.
Theo is
like, fuck, again, when he came here, I missed it. And he wasn't doing like a big theater. He was like,
he's probably at what, like
he wasn't
clubs.
He was at the one on Beach Boulevard. So, and that was like, I want to say 2 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah, because he really just started blowing up this year.
Yeah, well, I think it was last year. Like right after he came here, that's when he started blowing up. Because he was doing his own podcast. Now he's got the podcast with Schaub.
Yeah.
King and the Sting, I think it's called. And
that's what Mom and Dad used to do, like when they lived here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They always used to go down to the Comedy Store, like all the time. They got to see guys come through, you know, who made it big, you know. Cat Williams, when he was up and coming, I
saw John Witherspoon after he had done so many shit. I saw him at the Ramada.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Who else I saw? I saw Ari Spears. But I saw him twice. Twice he wore the same shit.
Okay.
Twice he did the same set.
Ooh.
I know. And that was like 2 years apart.
Ooh. So he's one of those.
Yeah. I don't think he writes much. He's not like turning material like a lot of these guys
See, and you get kind of spoiled with that. Like you know, all these other guys, you know.
Once you see somebody once, you don't want to see the same material again.
Yeah.
Why would you want to?
True.
You know,
well, it depends on the person. You know, Rogan's talked about that a lot. Like, I mean, shit. Dice can do. You go to see Dice. I
don't want to see the.
Oh, come on! You don't want to do.
Hickory dog.
Please, I'll fucking see that.
On my cock.
Please, I'll pay. I'll see that all day long.
I'm done.
I grew up with that. I'll still see.
Oh, I grew up with that too. But,
I'll still see.
But I've seen it so many times that I'm like,
I didn't care.
Unless you got new stuff,
no,
I'm not even worried.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll see it again.
Well, that's cool. That's you.
Yeah, no. I mean, comedy's all subjective anyway.
I guess. I just, I'm not. Once you hear the same joke 20 times, it's not going to be as funny.
I don't know.
Okay.
Still funny.
All right.
Still funny. You know.
All right.
Funny's funny, man.
Yeah. First time.
I don't know. There's still shit I laugh at.
Yeah, all that shit's old.
Okay. All right.
Fucking 1989 and shit.
That's just like
I'm sure he's got new shit anyway.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Like, for sure, man. I'm sure he's got new shit. I'm sure he's moved past that. Oh, he's not? He hasn't?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it set, but Jesus Christ. I mean, he still dresses like Dice Man.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's his shtick.
I know it's crazy that he became the character.
Right.
You know, like he just became, that's not.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not him. It's not even his real name.
I thought he was like a spoof of John Travolta in that show, Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where.
But Mr. Kotter.
I don't remember where it came from. I just know that that's not him.
No, yeah.
You know, like they were talking on Rogan the other day about, you know, Bobcat whenever he started.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, started going back into stand up and everybody was like, do the thing.
With the voice.
Yeah. And he's like, that's not me, guys. What the fuck? You know, that's what we came to see.
He was great in the Police Academy.
Oh,
movies.
yeah, he was. But I mean, because that's kind of how you were introduced to him. So you just kind of figured that was the way he was.
Yeah.
And then when you see him and he's like, wait a minute, you're talking normal. What the fuck is going on here?
I heard him on Rogan. Mm-hmm. I heard him talking normal.
Yeah. Talking about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, wow.
Yeah.
You're out there.
You're a Bigfoot dork.
Yeah. You and Les Stroud are like really all about this shit. Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a possibility that it could exist. I don't know.
Sure.
I've never seen one, so I can't really say with all certainty that there is or there isn't. So
why has our video been interrupted?
I don't know, man. This fucking camera's starting to piss me off. I mean, it's still on.
Yep, there it goes.
I see it. So
maybe.
Anywho.
Did
you see that the GOAT got a rematch with Jason Knight on a bare knuckle fight?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he got knocked out too.
Really?
So he won the first fight, and in the rematch, Jason Knight knocked him out.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now Jason Knight is looking to get a fight with Paulie Malignaggi.
Why is he going into?
I don't know,
he
man.
went to bare knuckle.
I don't know, but his hands, got destroyed when he fought Artem.
Yeah.
And his hands were notorious for breaking when he was boxing.
Yeah.
So why would you still want to put yourself through that?
I don't know.
He was doing good as an analyst in Showtime. So I don't know, man. Some of these guys.
I want to hang that up and go get my face busted up and cut up.
Fuck, man. And he's a good analyst because obviously, he was a former world champion, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. But it's like, bro, your fighting years have passed you by. You're still relatively young, yes. But in the fight game, you're old as fuck. It's like, let it go. And bare knuckle like that?
Yeah, come on.
I saw that they signed the Iranian Hulk.
Yeah, and he lost.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he already. No, was it somebody?
He hasn't fought yet.
There was another big guy, that fought MMA or something like a week or so ago. That's like some big giant weightlifting guy who looks like if he ever hits you, you just turn to dust. And then like he got into the MMA ring and just, crumbled.
Well, trying to supply oxygen to all those muscles.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Did you read the article? I haven't read it yet. That's why I was asking. Did you read what Canelo said to Masvidal's challenge?
What did he say?
I don't know. That's why I was wondering if you read it. I just saw that Canelo kind of dismissed him flippantly.
As he should. No offense to Street Jesus, but boxing and MMA is two different things.
True.
So let's just leave the two separate. I get it. You're trying to make some bread. Cool. If you get the fight, okay, I'll support you. But in the meantime, I'm not even, thinking about that.
I'm not entertaining that shit.
Yeah, I want to find out when he's fighting again and who's he's fighting next in the UFC, not outside of the UFC.
I don't know. I haven't heard any talks about who he's fighting next in the UFC.
Well, it's either going to be the winner of of Usman and Colby or Nick Diaz. That's been the rumor. So honestly, I'd rather see him fight for the belt than fight Nick Diaz. But I get it. That's a money fight. If Nick Diaz ever comes out of retirement or whatever. So and then make the fight happen. But again, I'd rather see him fight for the belt, whoever's got it, whether it be Colby, because that's a built-in story right there, or Kamaru, if Kamaru beats Colby next month. Well, in a few weeks, I should say.
Man, I hope that's a good fight.
Did you see that the PFL had 3 guys pop?
Yes, I did.
But technically it's 2 because one of them was for weed.
Why
It's
are they
like,
still popping for weed?
why are you testing for weed? If you know it's weed, and it's like, one of those, it's Vegas. Weed is legal in Vegas. It's like, bro, let it go.
Yeah, no shit.
What is it? Is it 72 hours in the UFC? Like 72?
No shit. Hell.
Like before the fight? Or is it a week?
I think it's less than that. Hell, I think
So basically,
as long as you're not like stoned
right
the
during
day
the
of
fight,
weigh-in.
yeah. As long as you're not fighting high, you're good.
Yeah.
You could like end the fight, and I think it's like I want to say 12 hours after the fight ends, you're good to go.
Because I mean, the thing is shit's going to be in your system for 30 days. If you smoke, it's going to be in your system.
Yeah, but you're not high for 30 days.
No, but I mean, it's going to be in your system. You are going to test positive for weed, whether you smoked it 30 days out or whether you smoked it. And there again, I don't know if they're, going into deep detail of, he tested this much weed. There was this much weed in his system versus there was this much weed in his system. I don't know. I'm not USADA, but I just know.
Well, that's the thing. PFL doesn't use USADA. They use the Athletic Commission, which is a little bit more lenient than USADA. So
why would you even fucking worry about, ooh, hey, you pissed hot for weed?
Yeah, no shit.
Be like, okay, and? Oh, you're suspended. Why?
Because Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because we want some money.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
We want your purse.
Yeah. That's all that shit is.
I saw that Luke Rockhold is not really fighting too much. Well, is planning on not fighting that much. He's like doing other stuff, I guess, the modeling, and he's got a grappling match too. I want to say Polaris. He's got a grappling match at Polaris, and I guess they interviewed him, and he said that he didn't feel like fighting right now. He said that maybe down the line, but I'm like, dude, you're like 37 years old.
Yeah.
Down the line when?
Yeah, if you don't feel like fighting right now, then you're not fighting.
And you know what? He's already made a name for himself.
Sure.
He was champion for a fight.
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah, until he got KO'd by Bisping.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you got there. You were champion.
Yeah, you made it to the mountaintop.
Yeah, and I know that some fighters said, well, you're not a champ unless you defend the belt once. Bullshit. You got there. You got the belt to prove it. You were a champ. It's like, let it go, man. Don't just... These guys are so afraid to say, you know what? I'm not fighting anymore. It's like, why can't you just say it?
Well, I mean...
They don't... It's like, if they say it, they feel like they can't come back. Or something. I don't know. It's like, just let it go, man. You had your run. Save the brain cells. I like watching fights, but I'm also, supportive when guys are going to quit early. Because, they had their run, then they start getting their head beat in, and their brain cells start going away.
And he's had some rough losses, too.
Oh, that knockout by Bisping, that knockout by Yoel Romero, that knockout by Blachowicz.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen him take some beatings, and get put out cold.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I've seen him put out people cold too. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, it's like, listen, last couple of fights, they haven't really gone your way. And I get it.
That trigger pull's been a little slower than it used to be.
And it's their prerogative if they want to retire or keep fighting. That's up to them. I'm no one to tell them, hey, man, retire. But I will say this. You're still relatively young. Save the brain cells, man.
Hey, if you
He's
like grappling.
He's a good-looking guy.
If you like grappling, do grappling.
Yeah, go into acting.
Get good at that.
Dude, come on. He's a handsome guy. No homo.
Sure.
No homo.
Do you like Tito? Tito's now, I guess, Amanda showed me the headline last night.
He's still fighting.
Well, he is, but he is getting ready to help bring Logan Paul into MMA.
Cool.
Yep.
Become a coach.
That's what I think he's doing. Well, I mean, Tito was a good coach on the UFC, on the
Ultimate Fighter. Yeah.
Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
That's where you actually got to find out, like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Tito's actually...
He's not the asshole that everybody,
he's actually
makes him out to be. Yeah.
He's actually a good fucking coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who did he go? He went up against Shamrock.
Yeah.
And that's when you found out, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tito's actually a good coach, and Shamrock's not. But then again, you also wonder, how was the editing of the show and shit like that? How did they frame it?
Well, you got to remember, the UFC and Tito have always been at odds.
Yeah.
So if they were going to depict him as an asshole...
They would have done it.
They would have needed that footage that was going to depict him as an asshole.
Yeah, and I don't think he gave it to him.
No. Yeah.
So...
Man, that was a long time ago.
Fucking ancient times.
Yeah, that was at least 12 years ago.
Yeah, because I don't even know what season they're on, like 100 or something.
I don't think they do it anymore. I think they do the Contender Series.
Okay.
I think. I stopped watching a long time ago, too.
Yeah, I did too. Once it started becoming a little bit more reality TV-ish and less, what it was originally. Yeah. I was kind of like, man, y'all are showing a lot more stuff of in the
I want to
house
say up until season maybe 10, I was good with it. After that, it was like, meh.
Well, it's like anything else, man. It kind of runs its course, and then you kind of like, all right, I'm ready to move on to something else.
Yeah, like all the shows that I watch. It's like, all right, they had to run.
Well, we finally watched the three
episodes of Mandalorian?
Yes, we did.
All right. And?
Oh, loved it.
Yeah?
It's fucking great. It's the way Star Wars fucking should be. And you know what? I'll tell you right now.
What?
That is the way. You can tell the difference from the way it's done because it's being directed by somebody who is a fan and who understands Star Wars versus the movies, the last two movies, who were just directed by big blockbuster directors. Okay.
So you're saying that Jon Favreau is not a big time blockbuster
director? He is,
okay.
But he is a fan of. He is the Star Wars nerd.
Okay, so you're saying that
he understands how Star Wars works. He understands the humor that's in Star Wars. He understands how nerds of Star Wars works.
So you're saying that J.J. Abrams is not a Star Wars nerd? How do you know?
Just because of the pacing of the movie, the way things were done, the atmosphere of the movie.
Well, don't you think that George Lucas would had some sort of input?
I don't think he did. I don't think he had as much. I don't think he had as much input on the Mandalorian. But
it's a Lucas, production.
Well, all Star Wars are Lucas productions.
So
but I don't think
how would he not have any say in it?
Well, I mean, there again, how much say does he have? I don't know. All I know is you've got one guy who put together a miniseries who is better and to me feels like Star Wars than the last two fucking movies.
I actually went back and watched episode 1, and I was like, man, I when it came out, I liked it, and then I saw it, and I'm like, it was alright. It wasn't all that great.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
It wasn't all that great. Now I'm afraid to go watch Attack of the Clones because I have this mental
image of what it was.
Yeah, of what it was, and then now if I watch it again, I'm gonna be like, fuck. This is not what I watched.
No.
And then I want to go back and watch Revenge of the Sith, and be like, oh, man, this is not what I remember.
You just have to remember that basically 1, 2, and 3, you're just watching basically the 3 movies of the birth of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's it. And then 4, 5, 6, you're just watching the birth of Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. But the thing like I dig about the Mandalorian and what John's done is he's added. There's so many little throwbacks. There's so many little Easter eggs that if you know it to look for and you get it and you're a fan. And
like what?
Okay, perfect example. Okay, remember you may not remember. There's a whole group of people when they were evacuating Cloud City. Okay,
That was in Empire Strike Back?
Yes.
Okay.
They're evacuating Cloud City. Mm-hmm. There was one extra. Okay. It was a black guy. He was running.
Lando Calrissian was not an extra. No. He was the main character in the movie.
There was one guy in the back.
Racist bastard.
He was running in the hall, and he was carrying what looked like an ice cream machine because they just had to use whatever they could carry, you know, just looking like they were carrying something.
Yeah.
So Star Wars nerds latched onto this guy.
Okay.
They go to conventions dressed as this guy. He's the ice cream guy from Cloud City running. Okay. In the episode when they pay the Mandalorian, okay, the container that he pulls out when he gets the big payday.
Uh-huh.
That is the same prop that he used. So it ties back into what that guy was carrying through running and evacuating from Cloud City. You always look at it and go, what the fuck was that? It looked like an ice cream machine. Well, it's tied now. You understand, oh, well, that's something that's used to carry valuables. You know, so you've got just this little thread now that has went back all the way to Cloud City that's come and now it's been tied in The Mandalorian. The gun the Mandalorian uses, okay, the little two-prong gun, that made its appearance in the animated holiday special where Boba Fett actually made his very first appearance in the Star Wars universe. Okay. That's the gun that Boba Fett used in that animated special. So, you wouldn't know this unless you saw that animated special back in the 70s, you know, and he only used it in that show. He never used it in any of the movies. You never saw Boba Fett with that gun, but it's the same style gun that the Mandalorian uses, you know. So it's throwbacks to the lore and the history. And actually, there is a Mandalorian that is in the Conclave that looks exactly, it may be Boba Fett. In the back of the Conclave when he's coming walking through, there's a Mandalorian in the back that has the exact same armor, coloring, and everything. Looks like Boba Fett. You know, the humor. You know, Star Wars is not this, you know, belly laughing humor. Ha ha ha. It's a little bit of humor, but it's a dry humor. You know, the ending of 3, perfect example. You know, little Yoda's reaching up to try to, you know, Mandalorian just without really looking, you know, just undoes the little ball, just gives it to him. You know, little tidbit, little humorous things like that.
I guess I'm not that much of a nerd.
Maybe not. And there again, you know, not everybody is. Amanda's not. So, but I am. So I dig into all this shit and really, you know, start looking and deciphering and going back. And then I tell her about it because she enjoys me telling her about all the little threads and the little
I don't
things.
think she enjoys it.
Oh, she does, because we'll sit there over dinner, and because she'll always go, you know, what was the little Easter egg things? What did I miss? You know, there's the theory that little baby Yoda is actually a clone. He's a clone of Yoda because the guy, the doctor, was actually wearing an emblem on his uniform, on his sleeve, that was the same emblem that everybody was wearing from the factory where the clones were made. Possibility. So, you know, it could be that Yoda's a clone. The little baby Yoda is a clone.
And who cloned him? How about Yoda himself, maybe?
I don't know. Could be, because that's the thing about the species of Yoda. There's only ever been so many in the universe at one time.
Wasn't he born out of the, whatchamacallit, the same shit that Anakin was conceived with? What's that particle that they...
Metachlorians?
Yeah, the metachlorians.
Well, I mean, you're not born out of those. They're just... Well, that's what the Force users are.
Okay, well, what if it's the same way as, you know, Anakin?
It could be. Well, I mean, anybody that has a high
How do you clone him, though?
I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe we find out. Maybe this is how the story ties up. It's only 8 episodes for the first season.
Which is complete bullshit.
I agree. But there again, see, the thing is they weren't, from what I've heard or what I've read, they weren't really sure how it was going to be received and how well it was going to do. So that's why the episodes are short, because one, they're expensive as fuck to make. They're like almost $1 million an episode to make. So that's why they're about 35, 40 minutes.
They don't make them.
So with the popularity.
That's technically low budget.
For a miniseries?
Yeah.
For a miniseries that
what's the budget for a big blockbuster?
For what, like a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Probably a couple million.
A couple of million? That's a low budget movie.
Okay.
It's way more than that. Look, a matter of fact, look it up.
I don't. All right.
You're the nerd. You should know this shit.
I'm a lore and shit like that nerd. I'm not. What does it cost to make a movie nerd? All right. So what budget?
Yeah, just put what was the last one?
What?
Put Rise of Skywalker movie budget.
Skywalker budget. You gonna give it to me? There we go.
205 million.
Think so?
No, wait, hold on. That's not it.
Hasn't really said because of reshoots and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be in the Wikipedia. Let's see.
The numbers.
Filming post, marketing release, box office. Story release date, distributed company. Yep, sorry everybody. This is good.
That's all right.
Pre-sale.
Okay, so here's an example.
Okay.
Rogue One. 200 million.
Okay.
Production cost.
All right.
So when you say $1 million an episode and you only have 8 and it's longer than the movie, that's low budget.
All right.
Because if you put half an hour times 8,
Why are you doing?
that's 4 hours.
I gotta fix that button.
So for 4 hours, your budget was $8 million, and for a movie that was 2 hours, your budget was $200 million. So I don't know. If that's the case, man, they got the money. So I don't know. They should have a longer season. To me, I prefer a little.
Okay, so the whole first series, pre-episode budget of $15 million per episode. Okay.
Oh yeah, so it's not 1 million.
Yeah, so first season of nearly $120 million for the whole episode, for the whole season.
Still
for 8.
It's lower than a movie.
Yeah,
and it's longer.
Yeah, The Last Jedi had a budget of between 200 to 320 million, depending on who you ask.
And again, that was not as long as a series.
Yeah, so there you go. But again, I'm just saying, I think The Mandalorian, honestly, he's already talked about season 2.
Oh yeah, we know that it's coming.
Yeah, so I would expect there'll probably be more episodes in season 2. They'll probably be longer episodes.
I doubt it.
I bet you'll see a little longer episodes.
I highly doubt it. I think that this is the way that they're going to go.
Which could be, because that's actually Dad's thing. He says that that whole binge thing that you love so much is probably going to die. That a lot of these streaming companies want to get away from just dumping.
Why?
Because too many people, which I didn't think about it because I just don't do it like that. But they'll, trial, I really want to see this series. Mm-hmm. Sign up for the trial, binge it, and then you don't pick it up.
Yeah, but then if you get into it, what happens when season 2 comes?
You just get a different email and sign up for another trial.
That's true.
So they're getting away. They did not expect people would shut themselves in for a weekend and literally sit in front of their TVs for 16 hours a day.
I mean, I won't do that. 16 hours is a little bit much.
Well, I'm just saying, people will binge the shit out of something and kill it in a weekend.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Yeah. Well, probably going to see stuff like that going away.
Well, then their numbers are going to get skewed because a lot of people like that. And what they're going to do is they're going to wait. And then when they're trying to get numbers out and figure out how many people watched it, opening week, they're going to be like, not really that many, because they're waiting for the whole season to be available.
Could be.
So it's
Yeah, it's either or.
Yeah. So, I mean,
they may be looking for more of a long-term
To
people.
me, if you're doing a streaming service like Netflix and like the Disneys or whatever, just have the seasons. Just put them out there. Let people watch them whenever they want to watch them.
True.
Not when you say, "Hey, here's your show. Enjoy."
But it's still always about control.
Well, there's a reason why people are going away from cable to the streaming services, because they can actually watch the shows that they want whenever they want and however many episodes they want for that particular season.
True.
So I don't know. I think it'd be dumb for them to just keep it like that.
We'll see what they do.
Dumb because I don't like it.
But I would like to see, like, the next big, after this run of the Star Wars, this last Jedi movie or whatever, I'd like to see,
Is this the last movie?
Yeah, this is the last this is the last Star Wars movie of that story. Well, as far as I know, of like the Skywalker storyline.
So what's next?
I don't know. Series. There may be some other,
but there's not going to be any more movies.
Not as far as with these characters that I've heard of. No.
Okay.
Rey and Finn and all these. This is it. This is the end of this series of movies.
But Rey's relatively young, so we're going to see her, and
maybe, but she hasn't been very well received.
By what? By a few nerds that don't like it?
You say a few nerds, bro, but it's been a lot.
Okay.
The movies have not done well.
Okay, why? Because they don't want to go see it? Then don't go see them.
Well, that's just it. They haven't. So, I mean, they haven't.
There's other people.
Yeah.
You get marketed to other people too.
They've tried. Again, it's just, it hasn't done like...
You make it sound like nobody's gone to watch these movies.
No, it's done...
When they've done phenomenal in the box office.
Sure.
So why wouldn't they make more movies?
They may, but I don't think they will.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't believe so.
Fair enough.
But I think with the success of Mandalorian so far, if it ends, if it keeps the success going, hell, you'll probably see more that series wise. Brandon already you tagged us that they're talking about doing a Darth Maul series, right, which would be cool because that's another story. That's a whole story they've never even touched on.
Well, I also know that they're doing one for Obi-Wan.
That would be amazing.
Which is when it ends is between what happened in episode 3 and episode 1. No, I mean episode 4. Yeah.
So
it's going to be
basically his life. Yeah.
In between those two movies.
So basically when he's in exile.
Yeah. When he chose to be in exile.
Well, no, because the Jedi Order had been destroyed at the end of 3.
Oh, that's right.
So he was in exile.
I thought he was hiding. Well, he was hiding.
He was hiding.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had been doing something, in between.
That's the question. What?
Yeah. So it'd be good to see.
Which the series will answer.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I'd watch it. Dude, give me good series. If you'll give me series that have been done in the same vein as like The Mandalorian that are going to, throwbacks and feel like Star Wars to me should feel and look and everything.
But that's the thing you say, like Star Wars should feel. There's also new people that are really not into it that don't know that feel, and they're going to like it anyway.
Yeah, but you should set a standard.
And you think that, the standard won't be there?
Maybe.
You're not very optimistic, are you?
With The Mandalorian, yeah.
No, with everything else, though.
We'll see. No, I'm not. I've been let down too many times by shit coming out and, we're going to go a new direction. And these directions you look at and you go, what the fuck?
Bro, it's just entertainment.
It is. But the thing is everybody, when you don't like the entertainment, you go, that's just not for me.
Yeah, but for every one person, there might be 2 new ones that be like, oh, this is kind of nice.
True. Doesn't mean I have to, like it because those 2 people like it.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that those 2 people won't like it.
True. But just because I don't like it doesn't mean that I'm some, bigot or racist or
Oh, I never called you a bigot
No.
or racist.
No, but
just
you get,
over the Star Wars shit.
But you get put in those camps.
I have put you in that camp because you don't like John Jones and Tyron Woodley, which is different. That's real racism.
Oh my god! Oh, I didn't even put my shit on vibrate.
A noob.
Anyways, I've just been very happy with The Mandalorian.
Well, cool.
I'm super glad that it looks like and feels like Star Wars to me should be. So,
all right. Well, I'm glad that it meets your expectations.
It does.
Good
I've been
Lord.
super stoked.
You fucking nerd.
I am. There were so many other throwbacks. It was just like, oh.
By the way, speaking of shows and, stuff like that, there's a documentary coming out. And it's called The Diary of a Street Fighter, the movie.
Okay, who's it based on?
Street Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't seen the trailer?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, it's already out there. There is a link.
Sí, está bien. We down here with the champion in Miami Beach in the 305. That's a USA champion right here. So y'all don't know here, y'all don't know nobody. That's the best. Y'all better know who they is. Yes, baby. What next? What next? Oh.
So what I'm going to do is, it's already out there. There's a link for it.
What's it on?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the link out there when we post the episode being out so people can go check it out. I'm going to go watch it tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to see if my big screen,
Your projector.
if my projector will take it and go from there.
All right. I guess it's his story coming over and then coming up through the backyard fights to the UFC.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from the article. So
Okay.
it's 2 hours almost. Like
Wow.
an hour and 50 plus minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's going to cover a whole lot.
I would assume so.
Did you see him in the Food Truck Diaries with Brendan Schaub?
No, I don't watch too many of those.
He said that he's like, like what you see in the cage. He's like the opposite. He don't like going out. He's always home, and especially now that his popularity has gone through the roof. It's like, he doesn't mind stopping and taking pictures and, signing autographs and shit like that. But he's like, when I'm out to, like grocery shop and you got like 100 people,
Yeah, I'd like to be left the fuck alone.
it's like, it gets to be a little much. And that's something he says. He's like, I'll never say no, cause, I know what it feels like or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'll sit there and, take pictures and pictures. And,
Yeah, all day long.
yeah, pretty much. But, he's like, I can't go out.
Ugh.
Imagine having that kind of life, bro.
No, I don't want that.
I don't want that either. I would never want that. I want to be able to come and go and be like
I want to be a shadow. I just wanna-
inconspicuous.
Yep. I just want to be able to blend.
Who was that? I don't know.
Yep.
Some dude.
Some dude. Yep. I want to be successful in life, do well, but I don't want to be able to do to the point to where people know who I am.
Well, I mean, it's okay for some people to know who you are. But,
Some people, yes, but I don't.
not have that popularity where
I don't want the general public to know who I am.
Yeah.
No, let's leave it at that. I'm good with that's why I'm always good with helping. We help people that we help. I give to things I give to. I do. I do a lot of stuff for a lot of people. I don't ask for, give me a shout out. I don't say, hey, let people know I did this for you. I don't. No. Nobody needs to know if I do something for you or if I get something for you or if you're in a pickle and I help you out. Nobody needs to know.
Yeah.
And that's the way I like to keep it. And I'll tell people, look, hey, I help you out. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Keep that shit between you and me. I
don't help nobody, so I don't have to do that.
Well, one of the biggest reasons I do that, though, really, is because I pick and choose who I help.
Yeah.
And because I feel like, if I'm going to help you, you need there's a reason I'm going to help you, and you better be deserving of said help.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, I shouldn't say deserving. Deserving.
Jesus.
I know that sounds a little rough, but
a little rough.
A little rough, but it's more of, I guess, you're putting forth effort. Like, we help out Chris. We help out Chris a lot. But guess what? Chris is putting in work. Yeah. Like, he's doing all the things that Chris is, that you would expect someone who is trying to do what Chris is doing to do. He's traveling across states. He
needs to be a little bit more organized and plan better.
Yes,
but
yes, he does.
Other than that,
yes, he does. But he's still young. Yeah. He's still young. He's still a kid.
No, you don't give him a pass at this age. He's 24 years old.
He's still a fucking kid.
It don't matter.
I know.
My son needs to learn how to plan and be ready.
Well, somebody needs to teach him how to plan.
Well,
nobody taught me how to plan, and I sucked at it for the longest time until Amanda showed me.
But you learn from your mistakes.
Well, I did, but it took somebody showing me how to do it properly, and that's just it. You just need people. You need that assistance. But again, he's doing all the things that he needs to do, and he's not far enough in life to. What the fuck is that?
What was that? What was that?
Oh, Amanda. Yes, he does. Talking about squirrel.
No, what that he needs to learn.
Yes,
how to
needs
plan.
To learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she hates that. Because he'll hit me up
last minute.
Yeah, and then I've got to be the one to go to her and be like, "Yo,
listen up, son.
Yeah,
plan. Be ready.
You got anything for the squirrel? But again. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So we throw bones his way to help him along the way.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody else coming up and being like, hey, you help out Squirrel. You want to throw something my way? No, motherfucker, I don't. So.
Yeah. No. I hear you.
So that's why I don't broadcast shit. I don't do anything.
Well, you just did. So.
Well, I did. But. If you're gonna put me in that situation, though, don't get mad when I'm that guy and I tell you no. I am old enough and I really don't care what you think. I will tell you no. I won't. Sorry.
Well.
And if you ask why, I'll be like, well, because you suck.
Oh, damn. That's kind of harsh.
Well, hey, sometimes people need to hear harsh shit. Or. I don't know you like that. I don't like you as much as I like Squirrel.
Well,
Squirrel makes me laugh and put my head in my hands at the same time.
Well, listen, I don't know you like that sounds way better than the other shit you just said.
Well, maybe I'll go with that. And then if they keep on, I'll be like, yo, I just don't like you. Fuck off.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm already supporting one of my friend's sons. I can't support nobody else. I got mouths to feed. My kids need shoes.
All right.
I just love it though, because every time he'll hit me with something and he does something dumb, I always text you and go, "Yo, you need to talk to your son."
And what do I tell you?
Okay.
No. I don't say okay. Depending on what you tell me, I'm like, I've already had this conversation with him.
I've already talked to him. He don't listen to me just like a real son. He ignores me.
He's going through his teenage years.
Right. Damn kids.
Did you see that Halle Berry's filming an MMA movie?
Why? No, I didn't.
And she's actually balls deep into MMA. Like, she's been training. Like, before John Wick, she got into it so she could, play her stunts in the movie and all that stuff.
Then she was like, "Oh, I like this shit."
And then she was like, "Oh, I like this shit." And she's doing a movie. And apparently during one of the scenes, she actually got hurt. So.
Welcome to MMA.
Yeah. Welcome to MMA. So I'm actually curious to see the movie. Because I saw she had a Henso Gracie rash guard. So.
Okay.
So, somebody from the academy is probably helping her out with her jiu-jitsu and shit like that.
Yeah, because nowadays, man, your shit's got to be legit or you're going to get just roasted. Like,
Man, I saw people trying to roast Ashton Kutcher. And I'm like, dude, he's getting his belt from Higan Machado.
Yeah, but do you know why they're getting roasted? Have you like looked into or read about the reasoning? A lot of these guys that are getting their belts from Machado because the style that he teaches,
What style is
with
that?
with the celebrities or whatever.
What style is it?
It's not. I shouldn't say style, but I guess the way, like they do almost like a no rolling, like they don't roll.
I seriously doubt.
No. Seriously, look at
that.
Read
Somebody who hasn't rolled is going to get a brown belt.
Look into it. Seriously, look into it. It was. I didn't read the whole article. I read like.
We'll see that's where the holes come in.
Well, I know, but
because you didn't read the whole thing.
I didn't read the whole thing, but it was like the way it was kind of explained is like they flow. It's more flow rolls. It's not super hard. It's more flowy.
I don't know. I still hate to think that a Machado.
Just saying. Read it. All you gotta do
is going to give away a brown belt to somebody who's never rolled.
Just saying.
They don't have to compete, but if you're in class with whoever, you should be able to demonstrate in a hard roll that you know how to roll.
Just saying. You can find the article. And
well, not so much that you know how to roll, that you can roll.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a big blow up about it after a couple, Kutcher got his belt and
who?
Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. Kelso.
Well,
damn, Jackie.
So I read a paragraph of it and I was kind of like, interesting. And then I moved on.
See, that's where our show becomes conjecture.
Oh, completely.
Because you didn't read the whole thing.
I ain't got time to read all that shit. Too busy reading other stuff.
So the UFC rankings came out last week.
On all fighters?
Yeah, pound for pound.
Oh, was there some movement?
There's a top 15 now. It's not really a top 10. It's a top 15.
Jesus Christ. They had to add more people.
And, it's because Conor fell to 14. So, number 15, Tyron Woodley. You lose one fight.
You drop.
To Kamaru Usman, you lose your belt, and you're no longer in the top 5. You're now in number 15. Number 14, Conor McGregor.
God.
So he's fallen from number 2, 3, 4, whatever the fuck he was, to number 14. Then there's Robert Whittaker, who's coming off a loss to Easy. Dustin Poirier, who's coming off a loss to Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
Valentina Shevchenko at 11, which, man, I think she's top 10, easy. Number 10 is Kamaru Usman.
Yep.
At number 9, they got Tony Ferguson. I believe
These are all the same. 10 and above are all the same. They just added 11, 12.
No, because Conor fell.
Well, he just fell from. It just shows him falling too.
From.
Well, that means he was
It was 12 then.
12. Yeah.
So it's not the top 10. So number 9 is Tony. Number 8 is Easy. Number 7, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 is Cormier. So you lose to Stipe and you drop 5 spots. Number 5 is holding steady, Amanda Nunes. Number 4, Stipe. Number 3, Henry. Number 2, Khabib. And they won't give him the number 1 spot, man.
Mm-mm.
And then John Jones is number 1. How would you rearrange that? What's your top 10 look like?
Yeah, why are we? God, what? So what happens if he falls to 16? Now we're gonna do top 20.
Probably. Let's just have 5 more.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So what's your top 10 look like?
I'm trying to see if there's anybody under 10 that I don't that. I'm actually pretty good.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I mean, maybe, I don't know, Nunes over Cejudo. But I mean, he's champ. So, but I mean, this is pound for pound. Stipe.
Having a hard time there, buddy?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody I would move around in the 10. I'm just really, I mean, this is a pretty stacked class because I'm just looking. I'm like, wow, Usman's 10? I'm like, man, Usman's a beast. But I'm just looking, going, man, everybody else up here is a beast in their own rights, Would you put Usman? Because you start going, okay, well, what if this person fought this person kind of thing? But I'm like, you can't really do that.
Well, we did it before.
We did, but I mean, I don't know. I'm good with the 10. I'm okay with 10. It boggles my mind because Conor was out of the 10. They're like, fuck, we got to make top 15 now. His name's got to be up there, or he's going to be pissed.
I don't know, man.
He's going to be mad.
I think.
I mean, what? Who would you move?
Oh, I'm going to tell you my top 10 in a second.
Okay. Because, I mean, I don't see who you would move or who's...
Oh.
I mean, maybe put DC above Amanda, but I don't see you making that call because you love Amanda. You're a big Holloway fan, so I don't see you...
All right, here's my top 10.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
Number 10, Valentina.
Oh, so somebody fell out. Okay.
Number 9, Easy.
Okay.
Number 8, Max.
Okay.
Number 7, Tony.
Okay.
Number 6, DC.
Okay.
Number 5, Stipe.
Ooh.
Number 4, Cejudo.
Okay.
Number 3,
Amanda. Then Khabib, then Jones.
Number 2, John.
Okay.
Number 1 is Khabib.
All right.
That's my top 10.
Yeah.
Anybody listening?
I can't argue with that.
You want to argue my top 10? Holla at us. Drop us a message. Give us a call. We're about to leave here soon, but anyway, that's my top 10. Why do I have Khabib at number 1? Because he's undefeated. He hasn't lost a match.
Okay.
Granted, John hasn't lost a match either. However,
well, he's lost twice to USADA.
Yeah, at least. At least that we know of.
Yeah.
He's lost twice to USADA.
He's fucking 0-2 against them.
And he lost to Matt Hamill.
Yeah.
Not kidding. He hasn't lost. But I have Khabib because there's no real asterisk on him.
No, there's not.
You know, there's always the question of John being on some, supplements.
Yeah.
And, of course, Amanda, because of the fact that she's champ and her last loss was like, oh my God, so long ago.
Yeah.
To me,
I should have figured that you were going to move Ferguson up. That was a fucking mistake on my part. I know.
My boy should be like top 5.
I know.
I'm not putting him in.
I'm honestly surprised.
The only reason I don't put him in the top 5 is because he doesn't have a belt. Granted, he never lost that interim championship, but all these guys in the top 5, they're all champs.
True.
So.
Yeah, but I'm still surprised you just didn't do it for the memes. So.
What do you mean?
Because you're just all about you're Ferguson. You're Ferguson.
Come on, bro.
Ferguson or die.
Listen, I believe that Tony's going to beat Khabib. That fight is done. It's going to be in April, and I think he beats him. You probably don't think he will, but that's fine because you don't like Tony like I do.
I've got nothing against Tony.
Oh yeah, you do.
God,
you do.
Oh gee, here we go.
You just you don't like black people. You don't like Mexicans.
you don't like black people. You don't like Latinos. You don't like anybody.
So once Tony beats Khabib, when?
Oh,
it's a matter of when.
Oh, okay.
Which is in April.
Okay.
Then he'll make that jump to like number 2 or 3 in my book.
All right.
So, actually, he'd probably be number 1.
Y'all just need to make sure y'all take away all his fucking sunglasses and everything needs to be wireless.
Let's remove all cords.
Yeah.
Make sure that he doesn't trip on shit.
Fucking everything needs to be wireless and no sunglasses.
That's right. So, we're going to remove everything to make sure that he makes it to April.
So, all right. 2 things before we go.
Okay.
I want to touch on.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Number 1.
Uh-huh.
Big shout out.
2.
Thor, the Bulldog.
Oh, he won the Best in Show.
Best in Show, you goddamn right. It's a beautiful ass bulldog.
And here's where we lost all our listeners.
I don't give a shit. If they don't like bulldogs, they can just whatever.
Anyways.
And number 2.
Yeah.
You do not want to be a man by the name of Elijah Moore today.
Who's Elijah Moore?
Elijah Moore is a football player for Ole Miss. He got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Celebrated. Okay. This is a big game.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State. It's a rivalry game.
Okay.
Huge game.
Yeah.
Okay. Gets a touchdown. Celebrates by getting on all fours like a dog, raising his leg and pissing. Go ahead and does it right in front of the ref. So don't go ahead and get that flag thrown. Get 15 yards added onto your extra point, which now makes it a 36-yard extra point kick.
Okay.
Your kicker, who now you've put into a bad situation, now misses. You lost the game by 1 fucking point. You cost your team, because if they would have made,
they would have gone into OT.
They would have gone into OT. You would have given your team a chance to win the game. Instead,
well, how do you know he doesn't miss the short field goal too?
He maybe,
yeah,
but you've got a hell of a lot better of a chance than a 36-yarder. Okay? Because your ass went down on all fours like a fucking dog, lifted your leg right in front of the damn ref, pissed. Acted like you pissed in the end zone as a celebration for a touchdown.
Well.
So, don't be that guy.
Too late.
Too late for him. So, yeah, they lost that game.
That sucks. I'm sure Brandon and Zach will cover that because he was college football, right?
Yep, it was college football.
So I'm sure Zach and
I hope they do.
And Brandon from the Nest podcast will cover that shit.
I hope they do.
Probably they will discuss it more in depth than we will.
I saw it on Sports Center this morning and I was like, what the fuck?
How about Nick Foles? 2 weeks. And I'm calling for his benching.
You ready for the stash to come back?
I'm ready for the stash to come back, son. Are you not?
I was ready. I didn't agree with the stash getting benched, but, you know, hey, what do I know?
The stash wasn't doing bad, man.
No, he wasn't.
All the games they won, it was because of the stash.
Yeah. Hey, but Foles, he's our man. Yay! When you got an O-line that is not great at protecting, you've got Foles, who's a pocket passer. Yeah, it's a good recipe. Works out great. Looks good, guys. Looks good.
Pretty disappointed.
Yeah. Especially last game. Last game was pretty bad.
Yeah, they got blown out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It was...
I mean, that's not to say that they wouldn't have gotten blown out if the mustache was in there.
True.
However, we don't know because he wasn't.
He wasn't.
So, and he wasn't doing bad for him to be benched. Granted, I get it.
And guess what? What kind of, I mean, what do you, there's no social media bump. There's no hype. There's nothing right now with the Jags. You know, when you had Minshew, even when he lost, there was still some hype going.
That's right.
There was still some action happening. There was still, you know, people talking about
the mustache.
You know, now it's just
something. Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, no, they're gonna fucking blah, whatever.
Yeah, that's always next year.
Yeah, don't worry, we're rebuilding. It's a rebuilding year.
Now I sound like Blake.
Yeah, fucking. It's been a rebuilding decade or so in Jacksonville.
You mean decades?
Decades.
Plural.
Yeah, but hey, at least they're not the Dolphins. So.
Yeah. Well, you know. Anywho,
the Dolphins don't even want to be the Dolphins.
I know. But nevertheless,
I
don't care about the Dolphins. I care about the Jags.
True.
Anyway, that's all I had as far as, you know.
Same here.
MMA, and hope you guys enjoy this sucker-free Friday, because we don't do suckers in here. And my top 10 was no suckers. Are you all right, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm just
a little tired.
Fucking tired, man.
All right, guys.
I got up super early this morning.
Before we go, Chris, any shout outs? Anything you want to add before we go?
No, just hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and everybody be safe.
Yeah, ditto. Guys, thank you very much for listening. We appreciate your support, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.